also just so surprising. It's like, you know, opening a candy bar and getting a golden ticket, and you're just like, really? Like me and all of the kids in the universe? But also what was so much fun is that we were coming in as sort of the young blood, but there was kind of a lot of us. We actually kind of outnumbered them. So, I mean, particularly with Francis on our side is sort of this like new energy, and because Catching Fire is kind of, you know, it's where the last film left off, everything is flipped on its head. I mean, all the rules are off. So it kind of also felt nice for all of us to be in something new and different together. But, you know, I mean, it was obviously, you know, we had to be let in on a few inside jokes. That was, you know, that was the big initiation, I felt. I was like, wait, what's that you're doing?
Nobody pranked you?
Every day of my life.
Who's the worst?
Willow, of course.
Of course. Willow, who would you say on this table you look up to the most?
Oh my.
Kind of question.
Yeah, but come on. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you're getting stink eye all over the place.
Day together after this. Probably Jen. Yeah, Jen. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Good answer. I want to know, Jennifer, you know I'm obsessed with the Oscars, and we did a lot of stuff with Silver Linings Playbook together. And as you all didn't know, you're not only the winner of the Hunger Games, but you're the winner of Best Actress at the Academy Awards.
AKA the Hunger Games.
Never heard it worded that way.
It
sounds great.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, if I had actually really won the Hunger Games. Made me feel really good.
At any point, did the Victory Tour feel like the Oscar season? Or did the Oscar season feel like the Hunger Games Victory Tour? I see some similarities.
Yeah, I mean, the stakes weren't as high, but yeah, that was something that I actually, in the first book, I was going through my first kind of round of Winter's Bone, a movie that I did when I was 18 and just come out. Thank you. We should have come here. But yeah, it was kind of this new world of like wearing these dresses that I don't look like myself, I don't feel like myself, and I have to like say, well, I never really got a hold of that, so I won't even bring that up. But and listening to like hair and makeup people and like what they taught, like this new kind of world, and feeling like really not a part of it. And I recognized that hugely in the first book. I was like, I don't know how that feels. And then in the second book, it's kind of going back to it. Now you're familiar with it, and now it's, in a weird way, almost like it's become a part of you, even though it's so unlike you. It's something you can go back to, and things like that are very familiar. And at times you are afraid for your life. Not really.
Now there were a lot of Twitter and Facebook questions that came in. My favorite is from someone named No Name Naley. And I want to ask Josh this question. Her question is, how hot are the kissing scenes going to be?
So hot.
Super hot.
So hot.
Oh my god, we should have brought that clip with the snot.
We should have brought the clip of snot. We had one take.
I think it was more than one take.
There
was a couple of takes, yeah.
Can we talk about that, Mr. Lawrence? Yeah. So we did this this scene. This when I
Wait, we can't. I don't think we can say that.
Okay. I'll let you take the lead then.
No. It was a lot of slobber.
A lot of slobber.
It was a resuscitation. We can say resuscitation.
Yeah. When the resuscitation, there was a kiss, and then there was slobber, and
well,
the
there was
slobber
CPR
strings got connected between our faces.
Yeah, and there's a huge string of snot. I mean,
so it will be very hot if you're in the snot.
I'll put it on YouTube or something because you gotta see it. But there's all this snot coming out of my nose, and when I go to kiss Josh, it connects to his mouth, and then I lift up, and there's a huge string of it, and then I go, and like I wobble it. It's awesome.
Our movie
yes, they're gonna be very hot.
Yeah, the kissing scenes are really hot.
Can we put this on the DVD extras?
Yeah. Deleted scenes for sure.
Yeah.
There were also a lot of questions, and I just want to explain that one of the cast members, Sam Claflin, who plays Finnick, he's unfortunately filming overseas, which is the reason he's not here. But I read an interview he did with Entertainment Weekly where he said he's worried that audiences aren't going to perceive him as enough of a sex god. So I want to know from the panel, should he be worried or is he okay?
He is a sex god.
He's good.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, he's good.
Don't worry, Sam.
I love that Josh and Francis are the ones who answer that question.
I think he just needs glasses, and then he'll be fully there.
There you go.
All right, here's one more Facebook question before I open it up to you all here in the crowd. This is from, I love this Twitter handle, Everlark Hart. It's kind of like it's like Bennifer, but Everlark. Jennifer, from all the wardrobe that you had in this film, what was your favorite costume?
Well, my wedding dress was my favorite to look at. Wearing it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And you can tell, I think, in the movie. But
Why?
Well,
Was it tight or was it like...
it was huge. It was 5 feet in circumference. And I'm not good at walking in giant clothes, as we know.
You don't say.
Walking period.
No. Yeah. It was just giant, and it was a little bit. It wasn't as uncomfortable as you would think, but I probably the wedding dress. Yeah, it was just gorgeous. It was like an honor to wear it in a weird way, and I loved it because it was understated. That's sarcasm.
It was.
All right, I want to know what you all want to know.
Thank you.
That could be a problem. It's got a question.
You're a very secure woman.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm really nervous.
Don't be
Sorry.
nervous. Me too.
I just really wanted to thank you all for the Hunger Games in general because it's like the best book ever, and I'm just so excited. Oh my god! I don't know, and it's just like I'm sorry. Just thank you very much for everything. And my question is for Jennifer, and I'm here, and I'm just gonna take the chance and I love you very, very much. And can I have your name?
Can I have what? Am I wearing one? Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you listen to a paper airplane? He's really good at paper airplanes.
I don't want to bend it for you. Yes.
And my real question, that was another stuff. What was like to find out that you were actually on the Hunger Games movie? I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. It was really exciting, and but it was overwhelming and scary as well because it was one of my favorite characters I think that I've ever read, and such an exciting story that I wanted to be a part of so badly, and I just loved everything that the Hunger Games were about, and I loved the books, and but it was also really scary because it's huge. And you know, I had a kind of a different life plan in mind that was a little bit smaller. So it was a mix of really of excitement and a little fear. But now it's just excitement.
Thank you for the question. Hello.
Hi. I loved you in the Silver Linings Playbook, Jennifer.
Thank you.
You were allowed to see that
I've
movie?
seen that.
How old are you?
13.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And this question is for you. I know the first installment looked very physically demanding. What sort of training did you do to prepare for this movie, and what was the hardest stunt?
I had a lot of archery training, and yes, and I had to have just running training because I'm not a very good runner. I run weird. So I had lots of just running training. Do you remember when I hit myself in the face with my bow so hard that I flew myself back? It's just in Hawaii. Sorry, that was just popped into my mind. But running, and then there's something called free running, which is kind of parkour, which obviously I didn't become like an expert at, but they helped me just be able to, you know, kind of be able to jump over things and do different kind of, you know, like front rolls and things like that. The hardest stunt is probably still just basic running.